else that I thought, let's say, well, that it seems like you more in the middle than a left wing or even a right wing, because you said here, because some things you said earlier was more so like maybe what the Democrat talking points to a point, not you a talking point, but it just kind of like what they lean on. But this one they don't lean on is more right wing, which says eliminate all illegal immigration and find any employer that hires illegal immigrants. And
Right.
that's something else I agree with. But maybe you could explain why you put that down.
Well, I want to say something before I respond. I can't be put in the box, as you can see. I can't be classified as far left, far right, a centrist. I'm definitely no damn centrist. I am a person who is doing what's best for Black America. So in some cases, going to, I guess, the far left is best. When it comes to immigration, I'm probably further right than some of these, I guess, Republicans who pretend to be against immigration until you find out that's who most of their staff is at their big mansions. But we'll talk about it some other time. I feel that America has no right. How dare you try to do legislation for the estimated 11 million people in this country illegally before you do for there's 50 million Black Americans, give or take, according to the phony census. But the 40 million of that 50 million are freedmen. How dare you try to do anything for people who came into this country illegally and have not been in this country nearly as long as freedmen have, and you haven't done right by us? How about you try making us full citizens first, where we don't have the lowest wealth, the lowest income, the shortest lives, the worst schools, the highest rates of homelessness, and owning less homes and property than we did now than during the 1960s. But even when we was at our peak, it still wasn't enough. Immigration, there was a study done right before Obama took office, and it showed that illegal immigration actually did have a detrimental effect on the employment opportunities of especially young Black men. But I don't need no study to tell me what I've seen my entire life. I don't need no study to tell me what's common sense. In my district, there's a shortage of affordable quality housing, okay? Like, seriously. When I used to have an apartment, when I had my own apartment, I was looking for an apartment to rent. It was very hard finding one, and then even harder finding one I could afford. It's even worse now because the population in my area has soared. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that if you bring in an extra 4,000 people and there's already a shortage, that shortage is going to be exacerbated. And being that we as Black Americans have the lowest wealth, we should have the most, we have the lowest, it's no surprise that we are going to be the ones most hurt by being able to access affordable quality housing. Is it any surprise why we have the highest rates of homelessness? No, it doesn't take a rocket scientist that when Black Americans, we have fought for equality. We ain't got it yet. We have fought for equity. We sure as hell haven't gotten that yet. To get paid in an equitable manner. We used to do all the construction jobs around here, lawn maintenance, carpentry, all of that in my area, which was once and still is one of the blackest areas, was done by Black Americans. It doesn't take a rocket science if you get an influx of a group that's competing for the same jobs. They offer to take less, and they even have people work for them who they don't have to pay because their payment is being in the country. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to see how that is going to hurt the group that is at the bottom of the totem pole. And that's exactly why, if you look at the latest report, the wealth of Hispanics, that's the largest group demographic that makes up the group of illegal aliens, has grown the fastest, while Black Americans is at the bottom and is stagnating.
Okay,
now,
so
real quick, I didn't. Now, instead of me, however, going after the immigrants, go after the employers that hire them. Take away the incentive, and that will deal with that issue there. I also want to talk about in schools. Who has gone through educational neglect and been deprived of education more than we have, and violently slow? Yet, if you go to public schools, I'm a teacher, and I know this, millions and millions, billions of dollars actually, are spent in programs to help teach students And a large percentage, we can't ask this, but look, I know, and we all know, are the children of illegal aliens, how to master the English language. I'm Gullah. Gullah is a language, but we were forced and shamed out of speaking our language. Where's the government program to make sure that people of my specific Freedmen ethnicity get taught the language that we were shamed and ridiculed from speaking? Where's the government program to make sure that Black boys, 75%, are not reading nor doing math on grade level, get the help they need? It is none. But they use our data and they get these billions of dollars and they spend them on the children of illegal aliens. And some of those same children will then turn around and call our children words and slurs like the N-word and cotton picker. Not on my watch.